encode hidden knowledge accessible only to initiates and those versed in alchemical philosophy.
I really like this. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look more into it now.
And then the context. So alchemical texts from various cultures, including ancient Egyptian, Greek, Islamic, and European traditions, contain symbolic knowledge and allegories describing processes like transmutation, purification, and the quest for the Philosopher's Stone. Modern scholars and historians of science have examined these texts through a scientific lens, recognizing that while alchemy often involved mystical and philosophical elements, it also laid foundational principles for the development of chemistry. Alchemists developed practical skills in metallurgy, glassmaking, and chemical processes, contributing to the understanding of substances and their reactions. For example, alchemical techniques for distillation and purification laid the groundwork for modern chemical processes.
Oh, wow. That is really cool.
Yeah. And then experiments in transmutation and the search for the Philosopher's Stone. Alchemists conducted experiments aimed at transmuting base metals into noble metals, and creating the Philosopher's Stone, a substance believed to grant immunity and spiritual enlightenment. While traditional alchemical transmutation was not successful in producing gold, modern nuclear physics has demonstrated the possibility of transmutation through particle accelerators and nuclear reaction. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
And the pursuit of transmutation inspired later scientific investigations into the nature of matter, leading to discoveries about atomic structure and nuclear reactions. I feel like that's like a good example of sometimes it's not what we think it is, but it could lead to something later.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah. And then the psychological interpretations of alchemical symbolism from Carl Jung, which he also seems to be popping up a lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was like involved in a lot. So.
Yeah. So Carl Gustav Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst, had profound interest in alchemy and saw it more than a historical precursor to modern chemistry. For Jung, alchemy represented a symbolic language that offered deep insights into the workings of the human psyche and the process of individuation, the journey towards realizing one's true self. Jung viewed alchemical symbols not merely as representations of chemical processes, but also universal symbols reflecting psychological truths. He believed that these symbols resonated with archetypal images found in the collective unconscious, the deeper layer of the psyche shared by all humanity. For example, the alchemical process of transmutation symbolizes the transformation of the individual psyche, where the base elements, negative or unconscious aspects, are integrated and transformed into higher states of consciousness and spiritual realization. Jung identified parallels between alchemical processes and psychological development. These stages of alchemy, known as calcination, burning away impurities, dissolution, breaking down structures, and conjunction, union of opposites, mirror stages of personal growth and individuation. Through alchemy, Jung explored how the confrontation with unconscious materials, symbolized by the nigredo or blackening stage, leads to psychological integration and emergence of a more whole and balanced individual, symbolized by the albedo or whitening stage.
I don't like that though.
Albedo?
No, just from blackening stage to whitening stage.
Well, think about like burning.
Yeah. Like it's like covered in mud and then you clean it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or soot or whatever.
Yeah, soot. Yeah.
Well, there is like dark light. Like
that's true.
That's
yeah, the
symbolic.
yin and yang.
Yeah.
Yeah. They need both.
Yes. Integration of opposites, a central theme in both Jungian psychology and alchemy, is the integration of opposites. Alchemical symbols like the union of the sun and the moon, often symbolized by the conjunctio,
I don't know.
represent the reconciliation of masculine and feminine energies within the psyche. This integration is essential for achieving psychic wholeness and harmony, a process Jung referred to as individualism, a journey towards realizing one's true self beyond societal expectations and unconscious influences. Spiritual and philosophical insights. Jung saw alchemy as a spiritual and philosophical quest for meaning and transformation, akin to his concept of the individuation process. He believed that alchemists, through their symbolic language and practices, were exploring the depths of human existence and the mysteries of existence itself. Alchemical texts, with their rich symbolism and allegorical language, offered Jung a window into the deep layers of the psyche and the spiritual aspirations of individuals seeking self-transformation. Jung's exploration of alchemy significantly influenced his psychological theories, particularly his understanding of the unconscious and the process of personal development. His work helped revive interest in alchemy among psychologists and scholars interested in the intersection of psychology, spirituality, and esoteric traditions. His writings on alchemy, including Psychology and Alchemy and Alchemy and Psychology, remain foundational texts for those studying the psychological dimensions of alchemy and its relevance to contemporary psychotherapy.
Interesting. He's not very creative with the titles, though. Yeah, maybe check that.
Yes.
I think just one's real.
Psychology and Alchemy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna reread that whole bullet point.
Yeah.
Jung's writings on alchemy, including Psychology and Alchemy, remain a foundational text for those studying the psychological dimensions of alchemy and its relevance to contemporary psychotherapy. Scientific exploration of alchemy reveals a complex interplay between practical experimentation and symbolic representation and philosophical inquiry. While traditional alchemical goals like transmutation of metals remain unattainable by classical methods, alchemy's legacy persists in the development of chemistry and in its symbolic richness it offers for psychological and spiritual interpretation. Jung's psychological perspective highlights how alchemical symbolism continues to resonate in the study of human consciousness and personal transformation. As we conclude our exploration into the world of alchemy, we find ourselves immersed in a realm where science and symbolism intertwine, where ancient quests for transmutation meet modern interpretations of psychology and spirituality. Alchemy, with its origins in the wisdom of ancient civilizations and its evolution through the Islamic Golden Age and Renaissance Europe, has left an indelible mark on human history. It began as a pursuit of material transformation, seeking the philosopher's stone to transmute base metals into gold, and evolved into a symbolic language rich with allegory and metaphor. Throughout our journey, we've encountered notable figures like Hermes, Paracelsus, Isaac Newton, and Count Alessandro di Cagliostro, each contributing to the tapestry of alchemical lore in unique ways. From Hermes' mystical teachings to Paracelsus' medical innovation, from Isaac Newton's scientific pursuits to Cagliostro's enigmatic persona linked to conspiracy, these figures embody the multifaceted nature of alchemy, combining science, mysticism, and spirituality. We've delved into conspiracy theories that suggest alchemy was a cover for deeper mystical practices guarded by secretive societies like the Rosicrucians and Freemasons, who allegedly preserved esoteric knowledge through the ages. Speculations about hidden manuscripts and lost techniques add layers to intrigue, hinting at mysteries yet to be fully unraveled. Oh my god. Moreover,
did you read that?
what do you think?
Yeah.
Moreover, we've explored scientific perspectives on alchemy, interpreting ancient texts through a modern lens, examining experiments in transmutation, and delving into psychological interpretations such as Carl Jung's insights into alchemical symbolism as reflections of inner transformation and individuation. In the end, while alchemy may no longer be practiced as it once was, its legacy persists as the symbolic language it has bequeathed to us, a language that speaks to the eternal quest for understanding the mysteries of existence both within and beyond ourselves. Join us next time as we uncover hidden truths and enigmatic histories that shape our world. Thank you for listening to Let's Be Brief, where curiosity leads us down a path less traveled and where the quest for knowledge knows no bounds.
Well, that's it for this episode. As always, our sources for the episode will be in the description, as well as our social media links. We're on Facebook and TikTok under Let's Be Brief, so check us out there for updates. Also, email us at letsbebriefed@gmail.com if you have ideas on future topics you'd like us to cover. We're updating our list with topic options, so if we know you're interested, we can bump a topic up the list. Until next time, stay briefed.